Each week, my guests and I discuss the issues that impact the black community. These issues include economics, business, education, the digital technology, housing, religion, and of course, politics. He was asked, Governor Romney, why are you expecting to win for president? Let me lay the foundation. And Governor Romney pensively said, well, I'm going to win because I am the white guy in the race. Wow. Apparently, Governor Mitt Romney raised better than $100 million last month, reported out for the month of June. Has the law or the Supreme Court, by virtue of its recent decisions within the last 3 years, to what degree has that influenced the super PACs and the money they are able to get?
Doc, Citizens United was bad law. And I tell you, if everybody who cares about democracy in this country, we need to be on a singular crusade to get that law overturned that really allowed corporations and really anonymous, very wealthy people to simply flood this system with more cash without even acknowledging what the source of that cash is. And it seriously compromises the one person, one vote. And of course, money is going to make a difference, and it's going to matter in this election. And it matters that Romney's going to outspend an incumbent president.
Even though Romney outraised the president this time, the president was still fairly competitive in that month. I mean, the president raised, about $70 million in that same month. So we have to be aware that the president is still being competitive in this race for money. Although I do agree with Dr. Hatch that the law is a bit skewed toward those that have money. He still has what you cannot really buy. Wherever he goes, the press is going to go.
The president has worn that welcome out with all the appearances that he's made on television. Most of the people that I know who supported the president said that they are tired of seeing him on TV, and they're tired of listening to his voice. In terms of Barack Obama, I've never voted for Barack Obama. There are Democrats that I have voted for, but I've never voted for Barack Obama even when he was my state senator. So that's where I stand in regards to Barack Obama.
So, Brother Butler, you have always been against Barack Obama.
I've always voted against Barack Obama.
Cheryl, are you there? Cheryl, what's your question or comment?
Oh, yes, I am. Of the preachers that have the churches in these neighborhoods, they're all over. We have 100,000 black churches plus in the city of Chicago, and none of these black preachers get out and march like Father Pfleger.
Just because it's not necessarily on television does not necessarily mean that they're not pastors in the trenches, away from the limelight. And so, but the challenge is well taken from the caller.
Because I probably am older than anybody. At least my hair is whiter than anybody's in this room. Had it not been for the Black Church, my sense is many of the laws that are now near to be undone would not even be there. It was a black church that picked up the civil rights movement. It was a black church that, in fact, pushed every president from 1900 all the way to 1964 to make sure that we had laws that were on the books to end segregation. It was a black church also, led by a gentleman by the name of Leon Sullivan out of Philadelphia, that pushed hard and forced white corporations to come up out of South Africa and stop apartheid and free Nelson Mandela from Robin Allen and Jared. Two people have already said, and I agree with them, the black church needs to get up off of its butt. There's no question about that. And they need to get actively involved in social justice. Yes, Ron?
Do you think the same black community that gave the president, high 90% of their vote, will still vote for him when there's anything of substance they can put in, particularly in the area of his own hometown, Chicago, but across the board, all areas of life?
All of us have, I'm sure, bones to pick with the Obama administration, and I certainly would be at the front of that line. But at the end of the day, every time I vote in a presidential election, it really boils down to two choices, and which one would be a president that would serve in the interest in our community. And I think in this case, it's going to be pretty clear that the reelection of the president is probably in the best interest of the black community.
Charles Butler, go back.
Well, I don't think that the Barack Obama has shown that He does not care about the black vote or the black community. His campaign director, David Plouffe, stated that in his book, and the president confirmed David Plouffe's put off of the black vote, because at the end of the day, the reality is the black vote did not elect Mr. Obama, nor can it elect Mr. Obama. It has to be those independents and Republicans who voted for Mr. Obama at the end of the day, because they couldn't vote for John McCain or Sarah Palin.
But now, factually, though, the last 3 times that a Democrat has won for president, twice with Clinton, once with Obama, those presidents were elected with a minority of the white votes. I mean, so we can't.
Not true.
That is true.
That is not true.
It is absolutely true
That is not
that
true.
he won.
The black
with
vote
the
is inconsequential. We had low turnout.
That
Both-
is. I know
for
for
Obama.
a fact. In spite of who you golf with, I know for a fact that President Clinton's 2 elections that he won and President Obama's election were won with a minority of the white vote.
That's not true.
That is absolutely
But
true.
you have to realize
go
in
back
92, they were
and check the
in the
record.
race.
This has been one heck of a discussion. I knew it was going to be
It was
okay.
flying by,
yeah,
Doc.
time is gone, and I'm so glad to have you with me, Brother Charles Butler. You have brought a spark of controversy to the program, and certainly my other guest, Rod Sawyer, the great alderman of the 6th Ward, you have added, and of course my brother in the cloth, you have been here and a solid contributor. Look, we have examined the issues. We are going to be back again, and I hope that we can have convened the same group at least 3 more times, if not 4 more times, before the November 6th election. This is Leon Finney, your host of Another Perspective, and guess what? Black folk and their community does matter, and we are here to make sure that our interests are protected. And this is Leon Finney, and you can run and tell that.
You can be more selective with Another Perspective. When you're looking for a way to find a brighter day, when there's so much confusion and illusions,